Hi guys, it's your girl Ginger Snaps and we're back with the mess. Today I'm covering part 2 of the 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. And I must say this episode was off the chain. It was very good as far as tell-alls go. Shawn Robinson, I feel she did an amazing job the second part around. So I'm not sure if the first part, they were warming up, so it took her time to warm up. And the first part really focused on Pedro and Chantel. So I think that took a lot of steam out of the whole tell-all. But part 2 last night, they came back and Chantel and Pedro were gone. So I don't know if they had other promotion to do for their show. I don't know, but they're superstars now. So they were not there. They had to catch a flight. So anyways, let's get into it. Oh, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. This whole reviewing thing gives me life and it just really cheers me up, guys. So I like to entertain you guys, and in turn, you guys really help me with your feedback. So again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and please give me all the comments. Give me everything in the comment box below. I love reading you guys' comments. All right, so let's see. So we start off, I'm getting sick of them, Ashley and Jay. So Shawn Robinson says that she questions why Ashley took Jay back after the barbershop cheating. And she says it's because, she saw a different side of him when he was taking care of her. And I think she asked how many women Jay had sex with, and he said including Ashley, it was 3. Who's the other? I know there was the girl in the barbershop, but who was the other one? I didn't hear about that. So if you guys know anything, just leave a comment below. And so again, we have Pal, who needs to shut the hell up, interjecting, oh, that's gross. So shut up. I can't stand her. But anyways, so Ashley keeps reiterating that the relationship is over. It's over. And Pal just keeps interjecting and talking because Ashley's dragging her feet with the divorce papers. And I don't know if the other cast members feel like it's fake, because that's what was going on in social media. So maybe they're smirking. There was a lot of smirking going on this whole episode, as opposed to last week where it was just uncomfortable silence. So everybody was just smirking. And I don't know if it was because of all the drama happening, on social media. So then Ashley finally tells Pal to shut the F up. And Pal didn't care. Pal just kept going. It was just weird. And Andre also interjects and says, and asks Ashley, why doesn't she finalize the divorce? And Ashley says she's struggling with this whole situation. Ashley starts, woe is me, I'm hurt, I'm struggling, I'm this and that. And Jay's just pouting. They were both hardcore pouting, Ashley and Jay. I don't know if they were forcing themselves to put on a mad face, a bitchy resting face. But they were looking like Elmer Fudd the whole episode. It was just bizarre. But anyway, so, okay, where were we? So yes, so Jay just keeps saying that there is more to the story. He won't say what it is. And even Shawn Robinson was trying to get it out of him. He will not say. Ashley keeps saying he needs to take responsibility, but Jay is resistant because he knows. Then finally, Ashley acknowledges her wrongdoing. Okay, she's trying to say that her wrongdoing was that she was controlling Jay. She treated him like a kid, and she kept holding the green card over his head. I don't know. So that's basically what that segment was about. Pal smirking, Andre questioning, and Jay and Ashley just pouting the whole time. All right, let's move along. So next we have Elizabeth and Andre, and you guys know I cannot stand Andre. That whole machismo, fake wannabe alpha male, I've never done well with that. I hate men like that. And I don't know if it's because I've had people call me an alpha woman before. It's not that. I just don't like that subservient role. women are supposed to play. I've never, ever, been that type of woman, been that type of girl. So maybe that's why Andre just works my nerves. And me and Andre would have been fist to cuffs all day long if I was married to him. I can't with him. So Elizabeth's father, Chuck, comes on the screen. I didn't like Chuck at first when we first met Elizabeth, but I like him now because he's right. Andre keeps trying to act like he's the villain. No, Chuck is right. So Chuck basically, they recap when Elizabeth told her dad that she's pregnant. And they go over the fact that Chuck was not happy and he's called them irresponsible, which is true. Some people have oops babies. Some people, you can't help it. I just had a baby out of nowhere. I was done, guys. I literally was done. And then she came out of nowhere. So yeah, it happens, but I have a stable job. My husband has a stable job. We're both working. We have our resources. We have a home, all of that. It gets tough sometimes. Yeah, not with 3 kids and stuff, but we have a foundation. Andre literally emigrated over here. Elizabeth does not have a stable income safe for her dad providing for her. Andre doesn't want to find a job. He's trying to find a suitable job to his liking, and then he knocks Elizabeth up. That is irresponsible. People don't understand life in the US. Life in other countries, it is a little easier. I know Canada, my cousins in Canada tell me all the time that I think they give you checks for childcare. They hook you up in Canada. But here in the US, daycare is expensive. People are literally begging to get on these programs, on these, to help with AIDS and WIC and all of this. And you have to be dirt poor to qualify for these things. It's tough here. It's tough without a stable job. It's really tough. So Andre is living in La La Land. And that's what Chuck is trying to explain to Andre. Be a man. You're supposed to be an alpha man, but you don't want to work. You're so complacent. You're waiting for the perfect job. And that's weird because usually when immigrants come here, they'll take any job. I mean, my father, he says it all the time. He worked in a bakery. My father don't know how to bake. Haitian men don't cook like that. But he took a job in a bakery, making, I think back then, like $2 an hour. But he said he had to do it. He had to provide for us. And I think that's where Chuck is coming from. But Andre said he's waiting for a full-time job. Andre is just being stubborn, and he tried to say, I think Sean Robinson asked him, are you working full-time? Do you have a job? And he says, oh yes, I do have a full-time job. And Chuck and Elizabeth put him on blast. They're like, no you don't. You lazy bum. You work like 40 hours here and then 20 hours here and then none. So Andre I just can't stand him. He puts off this image that he's the caretaker of the house and all of this, but yet he sits back, puts his feet up, and he's on Craigslist looking for the perfect job. And that's not how it goes, especially in America. And I'm surprised. I'm really surprised at the way Andre came here expecting life to be. Absolutely not. It's not going to work, Andre. Listen to Chuck. Oh yeah, and Chuck just keeps doling money out. They said he put a down payment for a big rig truck or whatever for them. And he says he's frustrated when he goes there and the truck is just sitting there for 2 months at a time. Shame on you, Andre. Shame. And you know what? He acts like he doesn't want Chuck's money, but yet here we are. You're living off of it. You're driving it. So knock it off, Andre. Knock it off. Lazy bum. So now, all right, guys. Let us go. This was the, what do you call it? This was the main event. Colt and Larissa. When I tell you I hollered, I kind of felt bad, but I hollered at the same time this whole segment. I think this took up a good chunk of the show. All right, so they recap Larissa's arrests. And they were just showing how it was just so toxic between Larissa and Debbie. And it was just an up and down relationship. It was like love, hate. I love you this, one day. I hate you the next day. And so when the recap was over, you see Larissa's crying, of course, and Colt, the jerk that he is, he's smirking. So then they asked him about, what he thought about the whole situation. And he said after the first case was dismissed, he thought that things would get better, but it didn't. Of course it wouldn't get better. You guys stayed the same. Nothing changed. You guys went back to the same hellhole, so it's not going to change. And so Larissa explains that she wanted to keep things clean. All she wanted to do is clean. And I agree with her. I'm a minimalist. I can't stand clutter. Colt and Debbie look like that stupid slot machine. That's such an eyesore. And Larissa just could not, get with it. Maybe Debbie doesn't clean as well. I don't know. See, we don't know what's going on off tape before they tape. So they may get on her nerves and irk Larissa. They poke her, and then they start filming and she's just reacting. And so Colt said that he wished Larissa was just a little bit patient. And he says there's no point in having a clean house because the relationship was already fucked up. And Larissa just keeps blaming Debbie. And this is where Colt starts to get a little upset. He's like, stop blaming Debbie. It's not Debbie. And so I think Sean asked Colt, did he love Larissa truly? And Colt says yes, but he's not sure if Larissa truly loved him. And of course, Pau and Ross just keeps, the whole segment was weird. It was just weirdo energy. Pau and, his name is Russ. I keep calling him Ross because that's what Pau calls him. But they just kept looking at each other and smiling, and it was just a weird energy, just smiling at each other. But Cole and Larissa don't see anyone around them. They're just looking at each other. I forgot to mention Larissa's remoting in from wherever she is, from Las Vegas. I don't know. And so, they are just into arguing back and forth. Like, it was your fault. No, it was your fault. So they're just arguing. And so that, Colt brings up, oh, who bailed you out of jail, Larissa? Who paid for your lawyers? Yes, you better. You the one that called the cops on her. You better pay for all that. You better had. It doesn't make sense. You called 3 times. The girl has no job, no money. Like, what do you expect? I hate when people do that. Oh, I did this for you. You're the cause. So you better fix the shit. And so now Colt starts to get a little riled up. So it looks like they take a break. And then Colt is just still, and I've never seen him like this. He's just still pent up. Everyone walks away and he's just spilling his heart out to the producer. Oh, I love her, man. I did this for her. Oh, I did that. Come on. Like, really? you know that white man voice? Cole started getting upset, and that's when that voice came out. And so Andre, the giant instigator, comes over and he's like, oh, yes, he's just trying to get rid of you. Oh, she just come here. She's using you for the green card. And she's trying to use you. And Cole's like, yeah, man, that's right. Yeah. and Andre's like, I'm going to say something. Shut the fuck up, Andre. Go sit down with your suspenders. Yeah, so he pisses me off. And I have a bone to pick with him as well. So they come out and they come back out. They resume, the tell-all, and they introduce Debbie. So Debbie saunters out, and you know what, guys? Debbie cannot dress. Like, TLC, you guys don't have stylists. Why not get Debbie like a stylist? She comes out, she's frumpy. The clothes look like they're too big for her. And you know what, guys? Debbie was gorgeous back in the day. It was a shocker when that picture came out on social media. Debbie was gorgeous, and I know we age, we get older, but there's nothing wrong with still preserving your beauty. And I don't think Debbie is aging all that bad. I think the way she presents herself makes her look older. But yeah, Debbie could use I don't know. She had some blue and white tie-dye long. Oh God, come on, Debs, you could do it. Come on. They need to do a makeover, and that would be fun, guys. Just make these people over, TLC. Listen, you guys need to have Debbie come out with. First of all, put a waist trainer on her. Put some stilettos. Put a bomb weave, a nice closure, some makeup. Can you imagine Debbie? Debbie would be too busy feeling herself. She's like, I don't give a fuck about Larissa. I'm feeling these shoes, right? She would not care. But anyway, so they asked Debbie, what was it like living with Larissa? And she says it was hell living with Larissa. She calls Larissa bipolar. And Larissa's like, yes. One day I was upset. One day I liked you. And one day I was not feeling you because I wanted you out of there. And Debbie says she tried to stay out of their marriage as much as possible. See, she says this on camera. We don't know what went on off camera. It's either that they drove her crazy off camera, or just Larissa's really nuts, you know? So this is where it starts to get a little crazy. So then they talk about Larissa throwing her wedding ring away. And she wanted to get rid of the slot, but she the same old stuff. So then they start talking about how Larissa wanted way too much money. I don't think it was that money. Didn't they say like $200 a week or a month? I don't think that's a lot of money. She can't work, Colt. You imported her, okay? You import, you pay taxes, basically. You're supposed to support her. She can't work. She has no visa. If she works, she'll get arrested. She can get in trouble. It's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Well, I don't understand. Did they just want her to stay there, like a hermit and not do anything? No. And then they start arguing about, yes, the wedding ring. So, Colt says the wedding ring was $2,000. Larissa says it was $200. And that's when they start getting pissed. They're like, why are you lying, Larissa? Debbie's like, why are you lying? That's not true. And so, oh my God, Sean asks the other castmates, do they throw away their ring? Jay's like, never. I put it on the other hand. And Pal Dumbass says yes. But who cares? I've taken off my ring out of anger, and what stopped me from throwing it is me knowing that it was $8,000. So instead of throwing it, I slow down and I gently place it in my jewelry box. I get angry, but I ain't doing that. So, and Nicole says Nicole wants to pipe in, says she did too. Yeah, Nicole, it's fine because you are throwing away your own ring that you bought with your own money. So nobody cares. And so, again, Colt says he wishes he was more patient with Larissa. And this is where TLC, you guys are shady. TLC is shady, shady, shady boots. So Sean's like, hold up, Larissa, who's there with you? And TLC, they knew that Larissa's boo was there. They knew he was there. I'm not buying that. You guys are so shady, TLC. Then Sean Robinson tried to play like she didn't know. So then, surprise, Larissa's boyfriend, Eric, our boy Eric, questionable Eric, pops up. And so he pops up, then now Colt is steaming, you guys. He gets angry. So they go over how they met online, and Larissa says Eric is sweet. And, she's gushing about him, and Colt's like, yeah, man, because I fixed her up for you. Yeah, Eric's like, what? What you say, nigga? What you want some of this? And then Colt's like, yeah, I fixed her up. I fixed her up for you. You're an asshole, Larissa, asshole. So then they start ridiculing, Larissa and Eric starts like kind of ridiculing Colt and Debbie. Colt and Debbie's hurling back insults. So then Eric is starting to get slick with the mouth. So Larissa gets upset. Larissa, how are you going back and forth? Then you get upset because they're disrespecting you. It's a showdown. You brought your whole booed up. You brought him on, and then you're pissed when Colt gets upset. So Larissa's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. She logs off of FaceTime. So she's pissed, and then Eric's like, yo, what's wrong with you, man? Like, you gotta chill out. And the producers, I guess the producers are there with Larissa, so they're telling her to chill out. And she's like, no, you can't disrespecting me. And so after they could, some convincing, and Eric calms her down, Larissa logs back on. Larissa, you were winning. You finally got under Colt's skin, Larissa. You gotta relax. And but I feel her. You know why? I wonder if Larissa is a Sag, because I'm a Sag. And so when people piss me off, I pop off. But my pop off is to the point that it's worse than the original offense. So people don't see what the other person did to me. They see my pop off. But the thing with us is we're so passionate. We just, we stay quiet until we can't no more. So Larissa finally calmed down, and then she remotes back in. And then Pao, of course, shut the fuck up, Pao. No one asked you. But she feels like she has to interject, and she says, it's not fair. It's not fair because Larissa came back on. Larissa came on with her boo. You see, that's what I'm saying. Our clapback and our revenge looks worse. Nobody sees and nobody knows what Colt did to Larissa. So she, her and her boo are on the screen, and Colt is livid. He can't take it anymore. So he's like, get him off. Cut it off. Cut it the fuck off. He wants them to cut Larissa and her dude off. He wants them off the screen. Colt is really hurt, you guys. I kind of felt bad for him, but like I said, there's two sides to every story. So Debbie says she wants her deported, and they're still talking shit. And then listen, Eric and Colt get into a little white boy fight. They're like, yeah, pal. What? I got a pal. No, dummy. You asshole, man. No, what? Eric gets the better of him. He's like, yeah, sure, guy. Yeah. And Colt's like, no. It was just a weird little Abercrombie and Fitch fight. But Eric remained calm. He got the better of him. And Colt just can't take it, and he storms off. And so Debbie runs after him. Meanwhile, Larissa is still cuddling Eric, and Debbie goes into full Carrie mode. Do you guys know what Carrie is? The movie where the mom she kept warning her daughter that the kids at school would pick on her if she went to the prom. She's like, they're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. So Debbie turned full Carrie mode. It's like, they're laughing at Colt. They're laughing at Colt. And Colt's like to the producer, hey guy, hey man, get him off the screen now. Get him off. He's like, get Larissa and Colt off. I mean it. I'm not going back out there. And so the producer's like, oh God, all right. So then Colt goes towards the green room, I guess. And all of a sudden, he felt like a Yankee. He felt like Mariano Rivera. He had a water bottle in his hand, and he keeled back and douche and threw the water bottle at the TV where Sean Robinson's face was. I'd have been like, what the? I would have felt that. I'm like, who you throwing the bottle at, Colt? If I was the host. So he was pissed. So then, they go back to the set, and they're like, goodbye, Colt. Goodbye, Eric. We gotta say goodbye. And so Eric's like, all right, guys. And so he happy-go-lucky. He gets off, but Larissa stays on. Okay, guys. So let's move on. That whole Larissa and Colt and Debbie and Eric segment was just a doozy. It was really sensitive, angry, just a lot of emotions running through it. So now let's move on to another idiot. So we have Nicole and Robalee. So Savage Robalee. I call her Savage because I will never ever forget. Robalee is gangsta. I will never forget when she said, listen guys, Azan is fine. Azan is built and sculpted, and he looking good. You know, he got that bomb dick. You know, Azan look good. And then why Nicole? I don't know if you guys remember that, but she was like, why does he pick Nicole? Why? She's sloppy, she's a mess, she's an idiot. Azan, you don't really want Nicole, do you? You don't really want her. You guys, I will never forget that moment, because as a mom, you're supposed to say, oh, my child is the most beautifulest daughter out there. You deserve better. You deserve this. So for her to say that, maybe she was just being rational. Or maybe she knows that Nicole is just such a dummy that you could really say anything to Nicole and just Nicole doesn't care. All she wants is Azan's dick. She really doesn't give a fuck. So, but I will never forget that. If my mom said that about me, I would curl up in a ball and just find a corner and just stay there forever for the rest of my life. I would be devastated. But Nicole, it didn't faze her. So, all right. So Azan, Rob Ali's still gangster. So anyway, they recap Nicole and Azan's journey and how they all, of course, everybody thinks that Azan is scamming her and Nicole just doesn't care. And I can't believe, how can someone be so dense? Unless Azan is feeding her, saying to her sweet nothings, and she is just mesmerized. Azan is doing some kind of voodoo on her. I don't know. Azan broke her off with some good peen, and she just cannot let go. It's just weird how she is so fixated on Azan. So, yeah, they show Nicole's stepfather when he kept saying, I keep getting an email from a Moroccan. It's a Moroccan. The Moroccans are after us. So some random Moroccan keeps emailing the family, and Nicole's stepfather believes it. But Nicole, I think Nicole's mom, Rob Ali, gets the emails too, and she dismisses it. Rob Ali at this point doesn't know what to believe anymore. She's just like going with the flow. And so they asked, when was the last time Nicole and Azan saw each other? They said it's been a year. And they asked again, why was the trip canceled? I think the trip to Grenada. And, you know, again, vague answers, very vague. But she says next time, or was it to Morocco? But she says next time I'll have my papers and we'll get married. And Azan's like, yes, yes, yes. But Azan secretly is like, no, no, no. You know why? Because I believe Azan is the one, guys, writing those emails. Azan says, yes, she will get here. Okay, we will get married. And then he puts a mask on, I think, and hops in front of a computer and writes the emails. I don't care what anyone says. It's Azan writing those emails. But so get this. So they say Azan can't come here for 2 years to the United States. So there's something that's being left out. We're not all in the loop, guys. There's something in Azan's background. At this point, it's Azan San Diego, you know, like Carmen San Diego. He's going all over the place. They're like, no, you can't come here. You can't come here. You can't come here. Why? Azan, there's something in his background and it's ominous, and Nicole is being mum. No one wants to say anything. And it's just something that's nagging me. It's just odd. So now they go over the whole store situation. And this part just pissed me off because, you know, where is the store? We have a store. Do you have a store? We don't have a store. Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? No, I don't, says Sam I am. Yes, I like green eggs and ham. It was all a riddle. Is there not a store? Where's Mama Chantel when you need her to make a metaphor to further confuse this? It was just, they keep going around and around in circles. I just wanted to shake the TV. It was just so annoying. Even Sean Robinson was confused. She was like, okay, I don't know about this. Y'all bullshitting. That's basically what she wanted to say. So they can't get a clear answer about the store or the money or, you know, what else is going on with their relationship. They ask again, they go over the whole Grenada thing. And Nicole then turns into a freaking kindergartner.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know.
Why was the trip canceled?
I don't know. My Little Pony,
She looks like a My Little Pony and a Teletubby at this point. She's annoying me now that she's starting to look ridiculous. She turns to Robert Lee and Robert Lee's like, bitch, don't look at me, answer the damn question. Shit.
I don't know.
She keeps looking at Robert Lee for comfort and validation. And Robert Lee's like, no, bitch, you out here on your own. So she, again, looks stupid. And then they ask Azan, he says it's a private matter. And he won't say, no one's injured, it's a private matter. This is, you guys, leave in the comments section below. If you know anything about Azan's background, about the rules and the laws for people entering countries, like why is he being barred from entering so many countries? And so it was just awkward, that whole segment, Azan with his AirPods in. And how does Azan get AirPods? I've been trying to get AirPods. I can't even get them. They cost a good amount of money. They're not cheap. Nicole, did you buy his AirPods? You live in a trailer, for God's sake. Nicole, get your priorities straight. And of course, Ross has to butt in, but I did agree with him at one point. He said, Nicole, he doesn't care, but he's like, just be careful. Just be careful. Just be careful, Nicole. He's using you. But I still tell him, shut up, Ross. But I agree with him too at the same time. But anyways. All right. So we go back to Jay and this whole awkward. You know what? I really think that they were smirking a lot because around this time, I think there was a lot of stuff going on social media. Everything, I think it came out that certain things were fake. Ashley's surgery was fake, just a lot of fake stuff going on. So maybe the cast members or Power and Russ are just, they keep exchanging glances because they know or they feel like this is all bullshit. So, because the atmosphere is weird, it's just a weird energy. But anyway, so the two black guys, like yo, what's their names? I'm so racist, guys. I don't know, yo, Tyler. I'm sorry, guys. That's when I see them, I say, yeah, yo, Jay, you a fraud, man. You a fraud. That's basically what this segment was. Jay, you acting all tough. You was fucking in the bathroom, yo. Listen, guys, anybody can get these snaps. My name is Ginger Snaps, and anybody can get it. Snapping back at these reality hoes. But anyway, so yeah, what's their name? Tyler and Carter. I'm just making, okay, let's call them Raheem and Rayshawn. I don't know. Anyway, so homeboys said Jay's a fraud. They explained how he was disrespecting the shop. Yo, he was disrespecting the shop. And Jay is upset because Jay refuses to come out with the truth and it's pissing me off. Jay tells him, I know so much about you guys. So I heard that they set Jay up. I heard it was something with TLC and these guys, they set him up. But can't nobody set you up to go fuck in the bathroom? That, unless they know he's so stupid and they dangled a carrot, which is the girl in front of him. I don't know. But there's allegations of Jay being set up, and then Jay shoots back at them saying that one of them was involved with Ashley, which she vehemently denies. Then Jay says she showed me messages. She showed me messages. Something weird is going on with these dudes and Jay and Ashley, okay? And Jay's upset. Mum is the word. I don't know if he's under contract and he can't say anything. Are they coming back for a spinoff? And these dudes will be involved, but he doesn't want to say anything. They call Jay a fraud. And that's that. So it was just weird. And then they asked Ashley about calling the cops, and she says she regrets it. You shouldn't have called in the first place. Because Jay you can't go to jail for cheating. Actually, who the fuck do you think you are? Makes no sense. And so, and Colt pipes in too, regrets calling the cops on Larissa, but you called 3 times. You don't regret shit, bitch. And then Andre thinking, I don't know who he think. Andre think he the FBI. He's like, oh, did you get charges, Jay? Did you get charges? And Jay is like, you fucking idiot. I wasn't the one that was aggressive. Ashley was. If anything, Ashley needs to get charges because she was the one that started it, that was being aggressive, that was hitting him. And I felt bad for him because yes, he cheated, but number one, he's barely out of his teens. And number two, you cannot get in trouble with the law for cheating. It makes no sense. Ashley is delusional. And so, yeah, Andre, shut the fuck up, Andre. You don't know what you're talking about. And so Ashley brought up the fact that she's upset because Jay had a whole other relationship with a girl his age. And Ashley talks about how she was always self-conscious about their age difference. You know, I don't know. So this whole scene, they're walking, you know, they're talking about, the homeboys are talking, Jay walks off, and I don't understand why they allow people to walk off. I would have docked every one of their paychecks every time they walk off. That's disrespectful. We're taping a show. Be professional, okay? So then Jay comes back, and I think Jay is about to spill some tea. Jay's about to say something because she said Ashley was talking to two of her ex-boyfriends. Then listen, guys, Ashley hauls ass out of there so quick. I've never seen somebody run so fast. Ashley leaves the studio, she leaves the building, and she's done. She's done taping. They're like, Ashley has left the building. And that was weird. That was just so bizarre. And it adds to the whole notion that, yeah, this might be just all a farce. It's just bullshit. So that's the end of that segment. So now the next segment I absolutely loved because they bring up the subject of the babies. Oh, I love babies, guys. This part warmed my heart. You guys know I just had a baby last year and she's such a joy. Oh my God, I'm not gonna cry. But anyways, Eleanor is adorable. Pal, this was the only time I can relate to Pal. Pal was her most genuine when she was screaming at the top of her lungs, "Ah, mi amor!" When she was delivering, she broke out in Spanish. She forgot her English. "Ay, papi, mi amor, oh, te amo, te mucho." It was guttural. That was true love. That was you birthing your child out and declaring your love at the same time. That was beautiful. So they go over that, but Pal still needs to shut the fuck up. And they go over Eleanor's delivery with Andre and Elizabeth. And okay, guys, this is what pissed me off. I hate Andre. I can't stand him. Number one, how dare you bar family members especially the mother, from the birthing room? My mother was there all 3 times. I would have never made it without my mother. I had 3 surgeries, 3 C-sections. I was scared each and every time. I've never had any major medical issues. So surgery, it was just bizarre. My mom had surgery, so she was able to prep for me. My mom actually stopped the doctors wheeling me into the OR and made them stop and pray. My mother's a G. Every time she made them stop and just pray, and that calmed me down. I would have never, ever gotten through it. So of course Elizabeth's mother has to be there. Who the fuck does Andre think he is? I can't stand him. And furthermore, this was oh my God, this was just insane what Andre said. I personally was offended. He told her to control her hormones. You guys, Andre is a sociopath. You cannot tell a pregnant woman to control her hormones. Hormones literally take over your mind, your psyche, your body. You cannot control it. And it also is the reason for postpartum depression too, which you guys know I've been battling. I'm towards the end of it, guys. I'm a little better now. This was one of the worst years of my life, not because of the baby, but it was just the issues afterwards and depression. So for him to say that was really offensive. I can't stand Andre. That was uncalled for. You know, he is not someone to have kids with. Like, he's such a male chauvinistic beta pig, Andre, asshole. And then so Nicole pipes in, and I felt bad for her for one hot second because she said she feels bad because her baby's father was not there when she had May, and that was sad. You always need some kind of support. But of course, Nicole ruins the moment, and she says, so she brings it back to Azan, and she said, I can't wait for, me and Azan to have a baby. Not gonna happen, Nicole, because Azan's making sure he's typing those emails 1,000 words per minute. It's not gonna happen, Nicole, so give it up. So, and then they talk about Pau and Russ and this stupid story. You want to talk about storylines? This is stupid, okay? Because Pau's frustrated because Russ works a lot. Well, Russ has to work because Pau doesn't work. Pau needs someone there with her and the baby and blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up, moving along. That's it, guys. I phased out during that segment. I don't know. Something about Ross working too much. Whatever. Bye-bye. And so this is the end, guys. So Sean asks Colt, does he have anything to say to Larissa? And Colt has nothing to say but goodbye, Larissa. And that had a dual meaning. He meant goodbye as in the relationship is over, goodbye, moving on. And I think it had a meaning like he's expecting her to be deported. I think that's what he meant by his goodbye. But alas, guys, the recap's over, but they go back to visit Larissa's final court date. So at the final court date, they ask Colt and Debbie, what do they want to see happen? And they want to see Larissa go to jail and deported. But Larissa wins. You know why? Larissa only gets fined $345, and she has to do 48 hours of community service, and then her charge will be downgraded to disorderly conduct. Furthermore, this disorderly conduct will not affect her immigration status. So Larissa wins. Larissa gets to stay. Larissa gets a fight for her U.S. rights to party with her boyfriend, Eric. And I have a question, guys. I'm confused about this immigration stuff. How do they get to stay? Do you guys not think that this is all a ruse from all these immigrant people to come here, target somebody, create conflict, get grounds for divorce and still stay? Do you guys don't think that? Let me know. Let's have a discussion because I keep saying it, but with Muhammad,
he had said that he said Danielle's coochie stank. And we don't know what goes on off cameras, but that is an inflammatory statement to make towards someone. That's going to create a rift. And also Luis, I don't know if you remember, he basically accused Molly of like witchcraft and all these things, which again is something that can create discord in a family. So I just wonder about that, these people's antics when they come over here. So Larissa got away with it. That's how Debbie sees it, and she's pissed. Debbie is livid. But let's talk about how when they shook the lawyer's hand to walk away, and then Eric called him a sweetheart. Listen, you guys, I'm telling you, Eric is the sweetheart. Emphasis on sweet. But I like Eric. But so we come full circle, and Debbie at the end and Colt walk away, and they plan on having beef stew when they get home. Remember, beef stew was the first dinner that they had when Larissa was there. So all they have now, Larissa's gone, and they're left with their cats, with each other, and their beef stew and their slot machine. So that's it, guys, for 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. It was an okay season. You know, we had the drama with Colt and Larissa. We see the end of that now. We see the quote-unquote end of Jay and Ashley. I don't know how to feel about that. Nicole is still an airhead, and Azan's still leading her on. We'll see if she ever gets to Morocco. And I'm not even going to go there with Pow and Russ, whatever. And Andre's still an asshole, but they brought in a new baby into this world, Eleanor. Sweet little Eleanor. So we're going to stay tuned now. There's 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days coming back on. And I may recap it. So guys, take care. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. And see you next time for the fuckery.